This is a prototype multiplayer. It'll play regular audio CDs, photo CDs, and games. 3DO can move graphics around much quicker than a PC. Here's the proof. It can store and manipulate pictures in a number of ways. It can add many layered backgrounds and foregrounds, both matte and see-through. Here I can move the figure around using the joypad and alter the perspective. These techniques are being developed for interactive movies on 3DO machines. 3DO will be launched in America in October and in Britain in April '94. These demos just show the basic abilities of the system, so there's a way to go, but the possibilities are endless. I'm gonna take this for a little walk. This is Z-Right for Bad Influence in Las Vegas. See ya.
Right, techie Bertlers, pay attention. The word of the week is Pong. Now, Pong was the name of the very first video arcade game invented by Atari in America. It was a kind of a black and white tennis game that had two white lines as rackets and a white splodge as a ball. On the other hand, there's Ping, which is the noise your Game Boy makes when you switch it on. And then, of course, we've got Pang. Now, Pang is the name of the game on the Amiga for which I'm about to reveal this brilliant cheat. All you do is type in, "What a nice sheet," on the map screen, and you'll be able to skip levels. And then, of course, there's Peng, which is half a penguin, yes. So, there's a penguin.
Mario and Yoshi is a Tetris-y sort of game. You have to control the steady torrent of characters falling from the top of the screen. If you fill up, you've lost. Here's Amanda.
The first time that I saw this game, I thought it was a poor copy of Tetris. But now that I've played it, I know it isn't. It's an easy game to pick up, and it's a great game to play. You control the game by moving Mario around so the characters land on different trays. Here I am trying to get identical characters to land on each other to make them disappear. If you match the top and the bottom bits of Yoshi's egg, Yoshi then hatches. This gives you bonus points. This is the other game. You start with characters already on the screen, and the object is to clear them. Both games have 5 levels and 2 speeds, and they're all pretty similar. I've been playing this game non-stop for a week now, and I'm hooked. I'd buy it.
This game's okay for a little while, but gets boring very quickly. It's just not as addictive as Tetris.
The box is tempting, but the game's a bit disappointing. It's the worst Mario game I've ever seen.
And the scores for Mario and Yoshi, the boys gave it a poor 2 out of 5. The girls liked it a bit more, but not much, an average 3 out of 5.
Rev up for Road Rash 2, a bikers race game with real power. You're up against some pretty nasty competition, including some fine, happy traffic cops. Here's Jean-Pierre.
This is a quality game with great graphics and playability. It's just a shame that it's so much like the original. As you probably know, you can punch and kick and backhand. The fights are pretty horrific, especially if you fall off. Whoa, just fallen off. I've got to get back on my bike if I want to win the race. It doesn't look like I'm going to though. If you do win a race, you get prize money, which you can buy a new bike. This is the main difference between Road Rash 2 and the original. You can now play 2 players simultaneously. If I didn't have Road Rash 1, I'd buy this. It's one of the best racing games around.
I kept getting busted by the police. It's not my kind of game, so I wouldn't buy it, but it's a very good game and it's fun to play.
This game looks and sounds great. You need a certain amount of skill to get through it, but it's easy to get into.
And the scores for Road Rash 2, the boys gave it 4 out of 5, and the girls didn't like it so much. They gave it an average 3 out of 5.
When you hear the word robot, what do you think of? R2-D2 or C-3PO from Star Wars, or maybe even metal people like these? In the early days of robots, the designers tried to build them with everything they'd ever need to know already programmed in. But it was impossible. Even simple things like walking were too difficult for the robots to cope with. These early prototypes are actually remote controlled by the engineers. But now meet my mate Igor, a brand new breed of robot. He's very simply constructed. He's got 4 legs driven by compressed air that can either move up or down, or backwards or forwards. The difference with Igor is that he wasn't programmed to walk. He was programmed to teach himself how to walk. That's the clever bit. They set him going, they went away for a very, very, very long tea break, and when they came back, Igor was hopping mad. But what makes Igor tick? Well, he was built and programmed by Martin, who's over here. Welcome to the programme.
Thanks, Andy.
How does he learn then, Igor?
Well, Igor has a learning system inside this computer here, and what that does when we first switch him on is it takes guesses as to what to do next. So I score him from the keyboard and tell him how well he did, and he tries moves like that to see if he can improve his performance.
I see. And how long does it take him to learn how to walk?
Oh, it can take days.
I see. But it's just like you or I learning how to walk when you were tiddly tiny. You try something out, if you fall down, you've got it wrong, you think, oh no, that's no good, you try something else until you get better and better and better, and then like Igor, you can learn to walk. Now, I know, Martin, that you built him and designed him. How did you expect him to walk?
If we give him a second, we'll ask him to show us.
Oh, come on then, Igor, you're on telly now. Show us how you were supposed to walk.
This is how he was supposed to walk. Oh dear.
Stand up!
When he's not drunk.
He's been on the Castrol again, hasn't he? Go on.
There he goes. And what he's doing is he's moving diagonally opposite legs, one after another.
Oh, but that's what you as a human thought Igor would walk like.
That's right,
but
and it doesn't work
he's
very
a
well.
machine. How did he walk?
Well, he learned to walk like this, more like a frog. There you go.
Incredible.
We didn't expect he could do that.
No, never worked with children, animals, or robots.
Just one burst of energy and my robot will be finished. It'll do all the boring things for me, and I'll have time for the more important things in life, like improving my score on Nemesis on the Game Boy. And here's how you, robotless slimy furtlers, can improve your scores. Simply, pause the game, and then press up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A. You'll start the game with loads of power-ups and... this looks fun. Have you got Barbie Goes Shopping? I think it needs a bit more thirtling.
Nam with his only friend there. If you want to read the data blast, set your video recorder now. But first, a special sneak preview of the Comic Relief game. On the 12th of March, Comic Relief are holding their 4th Red Nose Day, and they're hoping to raise £500,000 with the release of a computer game called Sleepwalker, and here it is for the first time ever on telly. The idea is that you play this dog called Ralph, and he's got to stop his master Lee from getting into trouble. Lee's sleepwalking, and Ralph has to go on ahead to get rid of all the dangers that might wake Lee up. And if he gets waked up, that's the end of your go. So I've now got him into this safe area so that I can take Ralph to go along and get rid of all the dangers. The other thing to look out for are various different letters around the screen. And if you can find the letters that make up the word comic, you get to special bonus rounds. It also features the voice of Lenny Henry, and lots of fine comics have worked on it. It's available on the Commodore 64, the ST, the PC and the Amiga, priced between £15 to £30, and for every game sold, £4.32 goes to Comic Relief. More details will be in the data blast at the end of the programme.
Good game. Now, last week we had copies of the classic game Lemmings to give away as the competition prize, 5 indeed, and the winners' names are going across the bottom of the screen now. Well done. We wanted to know whether a lemming was a type of guinea pig, squirrel or rat. And interestingly enough, a lemming is a type of rat.
This week's competition prize is 5 Road Rash 2 leather jackets, as demonstrated by the lovely Andy, and 5 Road Rash 2 games. The questions are this: which science fiction author invented the 3 laws of robotics?
If you think you know, send your answer on a postcard or stuck down envelope to reach us by next Monday at the latest, please, to the usual Bad Influence address. I hope this jacket fits you better than it fits me.
See ya.
Bye-bye.